Hi guys, nice to see you. Today I'm trying to do mathematics with you guys. So today it's our first day, so let's learn about evens and odds. So first, we should know what numbers do. So evens and odds. Lots of people are mistaken that evens turn into odds and odds turn into evens. But today we're going to sort them out evenly like that. So we use numbers so that we could count using numbers. We use the digits, that means the number, but in fourth grade we call it digits, from 0 to 9, and to form all the numbers. For example, guys, 137, like that. It's a digit formed by the number from 0 to 9, right? But we put it all together, so that forms a big number. Every time you add a number, it forms bigger and bigger until you can't form anymore. But actually, you could still form a lot of numbers together. So we use this 10 digits from 0 to 9. I just tell you, like 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 10, right? It's 10. But let's find out in the mid part, the evens and odds. What are the differences? So we already know that we use the digits from 0 to 9 to form bigger numbers than just only 1. Like 1 turns to 2 numbers, and we can form a lot. But we could divide them too, guys. So let's just learn. Even numbers are the numbers that ends by these numbers: 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. My mistake. We only have digits between 0 to 9, so we don't have 10 at all, guys. So let's just say that even numbers we could divide. We could divide by 2, and it will not let any crumbs get by. Maybe you might know how to divide. When you have a number like 16, we just need to look at the ones place. This one, like I just said, 16 here. You see, 16. So we only need to look at the ones place, and you just need to remember this chart too, guys. And then it's nothing difficult at all. And you don't need to just, for example, I give you a number like 137 maybe, but you can just go and divide it by 2 always. But there's a much quicker way. Instead of just dividing by 2, it's that we could look at the back number. So here, 6, it's an even number. So this one, when we divide by 2, it won't let no crumbs. But this one's 7. But 7 doesn't have in the chart here, right? So normally it will not left a little crumb, and this is wrong because when we have an even number, we just need to look at the ones. This one's correct and this one's wrong because that's an odd number. An odd number is it's not really common at all, but it could never be divided fully without leaving crumbs behind at all, like that. But this one's wrong and this one's correct. You just need to remember the chart. But even any number, how much the number that the teacher gives you, maybe 1,000 numbers, but you need to look at the back number, and then if you see it's in the chart of the number, you will know that it's an even number, not an odds. So now moving on to odds. Odds are numbers that we can't divide by 2, guys. That means that it will leave a little crumb behind, like maybe 18, like maybe 17 divided to 2. Can we divide it? Well, it will only left 1, right? A little crumb. And they are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, guys. So that's the rest of the number like that. Well, just remember this chart. So let me give you a number. Like 1 is 120 3 like that, and one is 134 like that. So what do you think? Which one's the odds and which one's the evens, guys? What do you think? So, like I just said, we just look at the back of the number, the ones place. This one's the ones, this one's the tens, and this one's the hundreds. So, we don't need to look at all the numbers, but we don't need to think that. Let's go with 100 first, and then tens, and then ones. But we only do ones because if the ones had the number in this chart, you see, that means that it's an odd number. Like this one has the number 3 and 3's in here, so this one's correct. But here's a 4 and there's no 4 here at all. So that means that it's an even number. If the numbers differ from ones and instead of an odd number like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, instead of that, that means that it's an even. But if the even has a different number rather than 0, so just remember this, okay? It's really simple. Just remember. Like, have you ever come from 0 to 9? If you have, it should be easy. But you should count like this, like 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And the other one, you just need to remember this and remember this chart. And when you find some numbers and how long, how big the number is, it doesn't matter. Because if a teacher asks you the number that is really long, you say you've learned it already. But actually you have learned it because you understand that if we want to learn that it's an even or odd numbers, we have to look at the back first. We have to look at the back. If it's a 0, that means that it's an even. But what if it was ones? It's not an even, but it's an odds instead, guys. So this one is kind of, we could read it in Vietnamese, but I'm going to translate it into English. So the even number, so which one it's going to be at the ends? The ones. The ones place, which does it have? Is it 0, 2, 4, 6, 8? Or is it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Or is it 0? Is it C or is it D? Or is it the rest? So this one, it should be A, because this one, you just need to remember the chart. The chart says that 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, guys, right? So just remember that. You see? Just need to remember that. So this one is the opposite. It's the odds number. So is it A? Is it A? We already answered it, right? But you might guess that it should be nice. And C and D, right? But you have to read it carefully. So, because this one is the odds number. Odds numbers are, we remember the chart is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, right? So let's continue. Yes, we are correct. Now this one. So which one is the odds? So which one? We could choose 2 answers. It says every answer. So which one do you think? So it's definitely B and C because they both have 9 and 1. 9 and 1 are in the odds number. But both of these are in the evens. There we go. Next one. So which one is it's the evens? So which one? We could choose as many as we want. So it's A and it's D, guys, because even how much the number is, how large it is, like 100 here, it doesn't matter at all because its matter is the back one. The ones place, it's 0, and here it's 8, so it's correct. So let's check the others. 1, I don't think it's correct. 9, even wrong. So which one? So which one's the evens? So what are the evens? Evens are the ones that will leave crumbs when we are dividing by 2, or it will not leave crumbs when we divide by 2. So it will not leave because it's B. When we divide by 2, it's always full. Next one. So this one is the opposite. It will leave a little crumb behind. So it can't be divided fully by 2. So which one is the evens number? So 0 and 8, this one, because both of them, 0 it's an evens, 8 it's also an even, but these backs are not correct. So which one is the odds number? So let's see the back. I don't think this is. It's not this. It's C and D because both of them has 3 and 1. Right, guys? So it's correct. Next one. Now we have to type. So this one. Can you guess, is this an even or odds number? So this one is definitely for sure, it's an evens number because look, it's 2 blank and 6. So it's definitely an evens. So let's type it in. So first 5, 1, 0, and 4 because 4 is in the evens. And then 5, 1, 0, and 8. That's the last one. So let's check. Yes, we're correct. So last question. This one's definitely short. It's an odd number. So let's type in the answer. 3, 5, 4. What do you think? What do you think should be here? So we have to, is it 10? No, right? So I think it has to be 9. Okay, so it's 0 and 9. Next one, we're going to type the first number. So what do you think? Is it 3? Yes, it is. It's 3. So I hope we're correct. Yes, we're on 100 out of 100. But this one I already did it. You see? What is the smallest even number with 2 digits? That means that only 2 numbers, we call them. So what do you think? Is it 10 or is it 0 and 9? 0 and 9, it's only 9. So it's only 1 digit. So it has to be 10. There we go. So what's the biggest odd number? Has 4 digits. That means 4 numbers in it. So is it 9999? Because it doesn't ask us to be different at all. So it's 9999. 4 nines like that. It's 4 number digits. There, it's correct. So from 2, 4, 5, how many numbers can you put in the even number with 3 digits, but they are different from every number? So what do you think? So let's just see. So it should be an even number. So the back has to be 2 and 4. So like, let's see. 5, 2, 4. It's also good. It's 1 number already. The second number is going to be 4, 5, 2. The second. And the next one we could add 5, 2, 5, 4, 2. That's the third number. So I think there's 4 numbers. It's in all. That's correct. So from these numbers, how many odd number, but there are 3 digits that are different from each other? How can we put it together? So these digits are only 5 and 7. So let's count them together. 1 is going to be 6, 5, 7. 2 is going to be 6, 7, 5. 3, it's going to be 5, 6, 7. 4, it's going to be 7, 6, 5. So I think there's only 4 because we can't find more. But they're different. So we can't do it again and again, right? So 4 is correct. So from these numbers 0 to 3, how many even numbers that have 3 digits, but they're different from every number? How many could we do? So let's do the first one. So when we begin with 0, it doesn't make a number anymore, because 0 means nothing at all. It means like blank air. But we have to start with 2 or 3. But it's an even number, so at the end we can only use 2 and 0, not 3. So let's just start with 1, 3, 2, 0. 2, 3, 0, 2. 3, this one's the third one, is 2, 3, 0. This one we can't, 4 is that we can't use 0, 3, 2, right? We can't. So I think there's only 3 numbers, because there's only 0 left. So I hope we're correct. Yes, we are. We are correct. So from these numbers, how many numbers can you make? But it's an odd number. There are 3 digits, but they are different. So what do you think? Which one? So it also has 0 in it. So it's definitely not 0. Is not going to begin. But this one's is odd. Yes, it's odd. This one, it's only 1. We can only put 1 10th place. So I think this one's going to be a little trickier than you might expect. But let's just say that it's 801 only, because we can't put 081, right? We can't. So it's only 1. I hope we're correct. Yes, we are. It's only 1. So which even number is the largest, but it's 4 digits? So it doesn't ask us for different numbers. Like different numbers are like this, but more different like that. So so this one has to be D, because if we choose this, it's the biggest number. But we have to choose this because 9 is an evens, but 8 it is. Next one we go. Oh, which odd number is the smallest, but has 5 digits, but they are different from each other? So difference is like this, guys. So which one's the less that it could be? So which you see, it's wrong, because 0 and 0, these 3 zeros are the same. So it's B, because at the end, the ones, it's still 5. 5, it's the odd number, so it's correct. We're almost done. So how many numbers can you form from these 4 numbers? But they are odd numbers, but they have 2 digits that are different. So this is going to be a lot of numbers, guys. So get ready for it. So it's the odds, so we could only use 1s and 5s, guys. So first, 25. Second, 15. Third, 21. And what about the 0? What can we form with the 0? So it's only 2 digits, but it's the difference. Counting like this is going to be taking forever. What if they give us 100 numbers, but we have to do it by 1 numbers every day? It will take us for years and years to finish it. So there's another way for us to do it. So it's that we call these 2 numbers A, B, like that. So the first one is definitely not going to be 0, because so it's only A, B. So remember, guys, 0 when we begin, there's nothing of a meaning. So we have to only have 3. So A has to have 3 numbers. And B, we already take one of these 3 numbers. So we only left. Maybe we'll take 5, maybe we'll take 2, maybe we'll take 1 only. So there's only 3. again. 6 stars. The last one, B, is definitely going to be 2 because these are odd number. They say that how many odd number can you form? So it's short. And now we multiply together. So 3 multiplied 2 is 6. So there's 6. Oh, we're wrong. So it's only 4. Let's see. What's let's see. Oh, so there are lots of numbers. We mistake this. Really, not a little bit at all. Actually, 8 has to be 2 because 5 is one of the odd number. And if we take 5, there won't be nothing left of B. B, it has to be an odd number, and these two numbers are odd, so we have to use them. But we already used A as 3 numbers. It should be 2, but it's okay. We're wrong. We're just learning things. It's okay. So I hope this one's correct. And remember, guys, keep your eyes open for anything. So this one is that we call how many numbers can you form from? Oh, this one we don't ask how many numbers, but we ask what number can you form, but it's the evens biggest number ever. So which one is it? So these ones are not, we could not use it again because they only give us like this. So which one should we use first? Is it this one? C, definitely, because 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. And we keep going down and down and down to literal. That means it's going to be the biggest. Oh, my mistake again. How could I forgot? This one we should always remember the back one. So A is correct because this one is surely. But why is it not D, guys? Because D also has 8, but why is it not? I mistake this because I didn't see the evens numbers here. So I thought that it's going to be the biggest thing, so I explained to you kind of wrongly. But wait, if I explain to you that there are 2, but both of them has 8, so what should we do, guys? So we should see that first the ones we are going to put in the thousands. Thousands are 9. 9 is here too, but 7 is more than 5. So this one's surely the best. So well done, guys. See you next time.